So welcome everyone to our second session of day 2 of Dyslexia Show Workplace. Want to thank you all for taking part. It's been an amazing 2 days so far, and we're looking forward to listening to Mary from Claro, who's coming up in a second. So I've got to say a big thank you to all of our speakers. Thank you to yesterday's speakers. So we listened yesterday to Adrian, Hayley, Jonathan and Darren. An amazing day, and today excuse me there while I just choke while I'm speaking. Don't know where that came from. Thank you to Adrian, Darren, Jonathan and Hayley for yesterday. It was an amazing day. And of course, we've just had Neil speak. Looking forward to Mary's talk. And then at 1 o'clock, we've got Michael. And then this afternoon at 2:30, we have Lauren from Orcam. So a really amazing day. Don't forget, if you want to upgrade your certificate, upgrade to your CPD certificate, scan that now. I'm going to leave that up for a few seconds longer than I did. This is so that if you want to get your CPD certificate for listening to all the sessions and all the recordings, take a picture of that. It's £29 to upgrade to it. If you wanted to, you don't have to, of course. You just won't get a certificate for attending the sessions. Give it a few more seconds. I'm now going to move on to the next slide. So the next slide is also about thank you to Dyslexia Box, who is the workplace sponsor. They've sponsored the workplace zone at the show, or when the show happens, and of course are sponsoring this event here, the all-round workplace organisation. And of course, thank you for Claro. We're going to hear a lot more about Claro today. Claro is our lead sponsor of Dyslexia Show. They're the ones that have supported us with Dyslexia Box to move this forward. So we want to thank Claro so much for their support. And of course, other sponsors: Nessie Scanning Pens, Fairley House and David's College, Unique Ability Consulting, SEN Legal, and the supporters, the BDA, Study with Dyslexia Blog, SEN Books, Helen Arkell, Recite Me, English Type, London Grid for Learning, Special Direct, Text, Touch Type Read and Spell, Patos, and of course the SEND group that has allowed us to use their system through the webinars. So don't forget, if you want to join our LinkedIn group, there's the scan there, there's the QR code there for that. Do take a picture of that slide. And of course, do use the hashtag DSVirtual on Twitter and on Facebook. We'll be happily to share that information with people. A few people did that in the last session, did a few retweets earlier, so really happy with that. And again, if you want to join our workplace, Dyslexia Workplace group, there's the QR code to scan for it. Leave that off for another second or two. Thank you very much. So, of course, you're all in listen-only mode. The webinar is being recorded. If you have any questions, comments, put them in that question box. Happily, we'll read them out and see them. Actually, where is my question box gone? Oh, there it is, up there. That's why I can't see it. If you have any questions, I'll start again. Have any questions, come back to us. And, of course, there will be a Q&A afterwards. So I'm going to unmute Mary. Mary, can we still hear you? Can I still hear you?
I can hear you.
That's
can
fine.
You hear me?
I can hear you. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to now change over to your slide. So your screen.
Okay.
Click on show my screen for me, please.
Yep.
I can see your presentation. So I'm going to hand over to Mary to talk about Claro software. Over to you, Claro. Over to you,
okay.
Mary. Even.
Hello. I will show you. I'll switch my webcam on. So, hello. Just so you can see who's talking. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm going to talk all about ClaroRead and what we have to offer to help you with reading and writing in the workplace. So I'll switch the webcam off now and you can focus on the screen. So switch it off. There we are. So Claro offer solutions on any device to help you with working if you have dyslexia, or in fact any problem with reading and writing. So let's move on. So these are the toolbars. It's a toolbar for Windows. That's the top toolbar there, ClaroRead Pro. Then we have a toolbar for Mac. We have a Chrome extension as well for use on Chromebooks, but also on your usual computer. The next picture is of the web apps that we offer. So you log into your Claro account. I'll talk about that later. And you can use the web apps in any browser. And then the bottom are the apps for your phone or your iPad or tablet. We offer iOS apps and Android apps as well. So that's all our products, and I'll talk about how they work and why they're so great to help you. So there's lots of issues people have with dyslexia, and one is difficulty with reading. That's most common. And you use the toolbar here. If I just click here, you'll see that you click play, it plays.
Technology for people with print and reading difficulties like dyslexia.
And it highlights as it goes, or you can select with your mouse.
Our software is available on Windows.
Or you can just hover over words and they will be read to you.
Mailings, references, layout.
So it will read any text that's on the screen, whether it's in a picture, it's in Word, it's in a PDF, it will read. You don't have to have the voice that I've used, that's Daniel. There's loads of voices to choose from, 100 in fact, different accents, male and female, and 30 different languages. So if I show you, here are some examples of the voices. So we'll start with, this is Daniel, who's going to be playing.
Software develops technology for people with print and reading.
So it's changing it to Kate.
Difficulties like dyslexia. ClaroRead reads any text aloud.
So can you see also that the rest of the text is grayed out? That's because I've clicked on a focus sentence in settings. So it's again easier to follow the text. So I'll show you that in a minute, the settings. So, oh, sorry, it's just gone.
Word prediction under dyslexia.
That was Moira's voice, their Irish accent. And then we've got Oliver. Oliver's very popular, people like his voice.
Our software is available on Windows and Mac. We have a Chrome extension and ours provide text to speech.
So there's a few examples. So you can choose a voice that you like. Some people like a voice similar to their own. Some people like something very different. You can speed up and slow down the reading as well. And as I was saying, you can change the highlighting. I'll just show you that. So if I show you, here's the toolbar. And in settings, advanced speech, this is where you change the highlighting. So you don't have to have it highlighting in yellow. You can have it in any of these colors here. And you can have a word at a time or sentence or word trail. So you can customize it to however you like to use it. On the left-hand side of this menu, it is when it will read back. So I have speak when mouse selects ticked. So if I select words with the mouse, it immediately reads that to me. I don't have to press play, it just reads it. And you can have your typing echoed back as well. So there are the settings there on the left-hand side. So that's the settings for the reading. Let's go back to this. So we find the highest quality voices available, text-to-speech voices, and one thing about that is it will read in context. So here we have a sentence with wind and wind, but of course they're spelled the same, but it reads it correctly. So
she began to wind a kite spinning as the wind began to blow.
So so that's it reading in context, using the voices. So let's move on. So it will read in Word, on a PDF, on the internet, and in Outlook. We're about to release the newest version of ClaroRead, and it reads in Outlook, just the same as it would be reading in Word. We've made some improvements, so that's really great. So here's an email. I don't know if you can hear that, it's a bit quiet, isn't it? So it highlights in black when you're reading an email, and then when you type it, so it echoes back, or you can press play and have it highlighted in your choice of colour, just like in Word. So that's reading in Outlook. Also, sometimes you might have big reports to read, and you need some assistance with that. You can have them read back, as I've said a few times now, but sometimes they're in a picture or it's an inaccessible document. Maybe you've scanned in a report and it's actually a picture. Well, that's okay, because you can use auto converter, which is found in extras. So I'll show you where it is. Here's the toolbar. So in extras, oh, I've been playing with the extras. Sorry about that. Let's close that, which gives me a chance to show you the extras editor. I have an extras editor, so you can choose what's in extras. And so I've just chosen these three, so I'm going to reset it, and then it should show the usual extras, which are all Claro products, because you don't have to have all Claro products in your extras menu anymore. It's a new feature. So let's see. Oh, they're all back now. So you click, when you've never used it before, you click on auto converter and you choose a folder for your desktop. I call it auto converter, it's just here. And if you've got a document that is a picture like this, look, it's a picture, I can't click on it, so therefore can't have it read to me. That isn't a problem. If it's just a little bit that you need reading, that's okay. Click on the scan button and click on scan from screen and draw a box around the text you need to have read aloud.
So where do schools go for information about assistive technology?
If you want highlighting with that, it's put that text into the clipboard. So if you just paste it into Word and then press play, you can then have that read.
So where do schools go for information about?
So we'll read it like that. But if it's a whole document, you want all this document accessible so you can have it read aloud to you. You simply, it's very easy to use. Let's just close these. All you do is you drag the document into auto converter, and then you'll see at the bottom right, it is converting it into an accessible PDF and into a Word document too. So it's really quick and not many clicks involved. You just drag and drop, and there we are. We've got the original, we've got accessible PDF, and we've got a Word document. So if I open this, it looks just the same, but the difference is, look, my cursor's just there. Look, I can click in here and press play.
Miles draws from a long career as both a night coordinator in a...
And it reads that to you, so really handy. Really handy to do that. You can also save a PDF or a Word document as an audio file, so you don't have to be in front of your computer. You can listen to the long report while you're walking or while you're somewhere else, not in front of your computer. And that's what the button here is for. Save as audio, save as video, saves it what I describe as karaoke style. So you choose a coloured background, you choose the size of the font, the voice, the speed of the voice, and then it shows a few words at a time and reads it aloud to you. So that's what the save as video is. Let's go back to the presentation now. Okay. So the toolbar out of the way. So I was showing you that, but with ClaroRead Pro, you've also got some extra scanning features. it will proof scan something that you've scanned in to make sure that when it's OCR'd it and made it accessible, it's interpreted the font correctly and all the words are correct. So it's a bit like a spell checker. In fact, I'll show you. So it's a bit like a spell checker, but it's for the scanning. So it makes the scanning more accurate. So chosen a document to scan, showing me the order it's going to read it. You can take bits away. You can add pages to your PDF. So you can combine a few PDF documents all together, quite handy. Or you can delete pages if you don't want some of them as well. So you just click on which one you don't want and you can click delete to delete them. And then you can click OK. And this is the scan proofing it's doing here. So it's checking what it's scanned. Is it accurate? Is it correct? And then when you're happy with it, you can click Save As and give it a name, but you could also put a password on your PDF if that's required as well. So handy feature. You just scroll down, you click a compatible PDF, it doesn't matter which one you click, and then put in a password for opening, and also you can put a password in for editing the document as well. So that's typing them in there. So when someone opens it, they have to put the password in. Okay, I'll just give it a name. And there it is on the desktop. And you open it and you need to put the password in. So quite a handy feature for anyone, that I think. So that's the proof scanning, available in only Claro PDF, not Claro PDF, ClaroRead Pro. Okay. Now, this feature is really handy for people who have eye strain or find that text is much clearer with a different coloured background. So click on Claro, the screen ruler. You've got three choices. You've got a ruler like this. You can change the size of the ruler, the little window, and the colours above and below, and how opaque they are as well. So that's the ruler. You can also have the same but as an underlining tool. You can change the colour and size of the underlining tool as well. There's also a full overlay. Now that is, you can access it in Screen Ruler, as you can see, but you can also access it through Extras and Claro View. And we have a brand new True Black feature, which makes the blacks more black. If you look on the screen that you can see now, the black is actually quite grey, and so it's making the text not quite so clear. So the True Black feature makes it even clearer, so helping you again with your reading. So we also have a spell checker, which is what we call dyslexic friendly, in that it shows you pictures where possible, and you can hover over the definitions and it will read that out to you. I'm also showing you here the word prediction. Word prediction's got pictures. You can customize all of the word prediction as well. Again, just helping you out with the spelling. If you want to use a word, you click on it or use the function keys. So here I am writing a sentence. So it echoes back that sentence, and if I'm unsure about the homophones, the words that sound the same but spelt differently, I can click on the homophone button and it will tell me which one to use. So there, there, there. Hover over and it will give you the definition, and click change if you need to change it. You can work through the document, having some help with your homophones. Very useful. Okay. Okay. So we also have, you've probably seen on the toolbar, I will bring it up for you to show. We have a dictate button. Now this is a shortcut to Dragon. So if you use speech to text software, Dragon, or if you're on a Mac and you use the built-in speech to text, same on the Chromebook, you can click on that and it's a shortcut, so you don't have to open the other software separately. So all you do is you click dictate, you start talking, and it types what you're saying. Full stop, new line, go to sleep. And it's put a pause on the icon to show that it's still open, but it's gone to sleep. So if you click on that again, it switches it off. So you can just click and talk, and then you don't have to even think about how you're spelling things. You can just talk into the computer. So that's the dictate button. Okay, so there it is. Right, I've already talked about this. If you prefer to listen to a big document instead of trying to read it yourself, then you can use the save button to save it as an audio file. A lot of people say, well, I would just struggle on. I don't want to use complicated technology. We make our products very easy to use and try and make it so that you can customize it. If you don't want all those buttons on the toolbar, you don't have to have them. You can have a smaller toolbar. In fact, you can minimize the toolbar and then just have it read to you without anyone even seeing that you've got ClaroRead open. So you go into settings and the view tab at the top, and this is where you can change the size of the toolbar, you can hide the captions. You've got 3 choices of style. Click on the buttons to hide them. And then when you click OK, it looks different. So you can just choose what the toolbar looks like. So that's that, customizing the toolbar. Extras editor, I showed you that earlier. So if you don't want the standard Claro products in extras, you don't have to. You click on extras editor, and then you can choose software that's on your computer to add on to there, websites that you regularly use, and of course the Claro products as well. And then when you click OK, the next time you open ClaroRead, you will have your choice of things in the extras. We also do ClaroRead for Mac, which I mentioned a bit earlier when I was talking about the dictate. It's very, very similar. It's got the same features. It looks prettier, as I think Mac products do, but does the same thing, really. So if you'd like to know more about ClaroRead for Mac and see it in action, there is a webinar on the Claro software website that I did a few weeks ago, so you could watch that. Right, we have ClaroRead Chrome. I'll show you that. So go into the Chrome browser. To get it, you go to the Chrome Web Store, search for Claro software, and you'll find it, ClaroRead Chrome, and then it is added as an extension to the toolbar on the top right. It looks like a blue speech bubble with a star in. When you first download it, you have the free version, which doesn't have all the features. Oh, it's moaning that I've got ClaroRead open as well. Doesn't like having the software and the extension open. So I've lost the toolbar. I'll find the toolbar. I'll close it. And now it'll be okay. Right, so this is a toolbar, but like I was saying, you have to activate it to get the full features. And you do that by clicking on the cogs and click on account, and you log into your Claro account. Now your Claro account is what you use to download the software onto your computer. You'll receive an email with explaining how to do that. But once you've got an account and put your license key in, you activate the Chrome extension and the iOS apps by logging into your Claro account. That's how it's activated. So that's that. So it has very similar features to the software. You can have a coloured overlay. There's word prediction with pictures, spell checking using pictures as well, and you can choose a variety of voices, speed them up, slow them down, have your typing echoed back. So all the same features, but within the Chrome browser, and as well the dictate button. And you can also do the scan from screen. That's what this button here is, and underneath that is online OCRing. So if you've got inaccessible documents but you're in a browser, you can still have them OCR'd and made accessible. So that's there, and it just works the same. You just place your cursor, press play.
Read through the information booklet about the history of Withnell Fold. Now answer the.
And then you can type into it, and it will help you with your typing. You might have noticed when I was on the cogs, on the settings, and I was in account, I've got here, it says Spanish. You can choose another language, and then when you're working and you're trying to spell a word and you're not sure whether you've got the correct word, it will tell you it in the other language. So so if I go on this word makes, if I go on the spell checker, here's the spell checker.
That makes.
If you click,
Hacer. Producir. Marcar.
so it says the words in Spanish as well to help you. So useful if English is not your first language. So that's a Chrome extension. It doesn't just read Google Docs, it reads web pages, the news, whatever it is you're on. It's there for you. So I will close that and go back on to the presentation. So we also offer iOS apps which you can download onto your phone. You download the free versions, which have a white background, and then activate the full version by putting in your Claro account details, your email address and your password, basically. This is just a little screen recording showing you Claro Scan Pen in action. It's really useful when you're on the go. Take a photograph of some text and use your finger, touch the screen, and it reads it to you. So I just there. So take a picture of the text, use your finger.
Weathering is also very important along coastlines. Often weathering breaks up the.
And you've got a choice of many languages, many voices, male, female, and so on. So just the same as the software, you can use it on the go on your phone. So that's Scan Pen. Claro PDF has got loads of features. We do have Claro PDF for Windows now as well, so you can open a PDF document, have it read to you, but you can annotate onto it. So maybe it's a report and you need to highlight things, add notes and stuff. You can do that and then save it and send it to somebody with your notes on or without your notes on. Add
Greece is
audio as well. So here it is.
Europe between Albania and Turkey. It borders the Aegean Sea.
So it reads with highlighting. You can choose a voice, all in the settings. You've got lots of settings there to customize it how you like. And you can also tint the background a different color to help with the reading. So just change it back to white there. And then you can scroll through and then type onto the
Look up the
document.
word philosophy in the dictionary and
So have it read, and then you can click on the icon next to the
look up the
camera
word philosophy.
to type into it. Add highlighting, arrows, pictures. And that's that. And you can see at the bottom using the Claro keyboard. This is quite a new feature. It's got word prediction and
Philosophy.
spell check and reads back. But whatever you're on, so you can be on social media, you can be typing an email, maybe on your iPad, and you've got that to help you with your spelling and your typing. So useful. So a Claro PDF. And finally, we've got Claro Speak. Claro Speak, you can open a Word document or start a new document. Open it from wherever you've saved it on the internet.
Make sure that
And then have it
writing
read
is
to you.
evenly distributed across the page and that there are no dark areas or.
And you can also even take a photograph of some text, and it puts that text into your document, which is really great too. And it's got spell checking and word prediction, and that's where you activate the Claro keyboard as well within Claro Speak.
No.
So that's Claro Speak for your tablet or your phone. There's the Claro keyboard. There's a picture of it. Okay, well that's pretty much it. That's a whistle-stop tour of all our Claro products. ClaroRead for Windows, for Mac. We've got the Chrome extension. We've got apps. So whatever device you work on, there's something to help you. Thanks very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Mary. What an amazing whistle-stop tour there of this. I'm looking forward to it. So there's lots of there's a few questions, a few comments. So let's go from the top. It says there. So will it read your downloadable Adobe University books? And I think you've already answered that, because it comes back onto the next question there. Can you use Claro hover when you're Oh no, that answer the first question, then I'll read the next question out to you afterwards. So yeah, so can
Okay.
it read University?
Yeah.
I think it's Adobe books. I think that's what they've said, but I'm just going to listen to it because I have got Claro SE running. I think. Have I still got it running?
Yes, listen.
No, I think I've turned it off once I can Claro. So the one benefit of Claro is it does read everything, and as I am a Claro user, it helps me when I'm reading these questions. So yeah, does it read Adobe University books? That's the question.
Yeah, if it's Adobe, yeah, it will read it if it's a PDF. With things like Google Books, it won't, but we do have something called EPUB Reader, which we are developing further, and you'll be able to open them in that. But yeah, it should do. If it's a PDF file, then it will read that. Yes.
That's good. That's good. So the next question is this one. So basically, this person here uses Claro in their college. However, it doesn't read PDF documents. We have to convert it to Word first. Is there a way around this?
Oh, if you've got if you've still got the PDF that it won't read, please contact support. Email support@clarosoftware.com, and they will investigate, because it should read your PDFs.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone to say autocorrect is amazing, so easy to use, great feature.
Yes.
That's fine. And I think actually the person who asked that question says you've answered the question. But if you do have an issue with Claro, just email support. The support team is amazing to help you. So okay, hold on 1 second, because I'm going to have to use Claro to read this, because there's quite a lot in there.
Thank you. I use this at work and now will be more confident in using this, and also for helping set up for exams to CSEs.
So basically it says there, excellent coverage of Claro, thank you. I use Claro, I use this at work, and now I'm more confident of using it, and also helping to set this up for exams. So that's really, really good. The second time, so this person has said here, this is someone who came to your first session you did with us in May. It says, second time I've seen you talk, it looks better and better. Such a great tool. So this person, could you tell me more about ClaroRead? Will it be available? It looks amazing.
Oh, the Claro writing helper.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah, it's due to be released soon, but the developers keep delaying things. But I'd say by September it's being released. Claro Writing Helper helps you write essays. It makes sure that you're not plagiarizing, so it prompts you to reword things that you've collected, documents and stuff, or put quotes in. It tells you if you're on track with how many words you've typed and things like that. It's really, really great. There is a webinar available on our website to demonstrating it all. So you could take a look at that. But it's going to be released probably within the next month, I'd say.
Right. So someone's asked a really good question. Can all the features be used in an exam?
No, you can use ClaroRead SE in exams. It's fully approved by JCQ to be used in exams. You can use ClaroRead Plus and Pro, but you need to switch off the spell checker. There are instructions on the website how to do that. But if you have a site license for ClaroRead Plus or Pro, you also get ClaroRead SE for free anyway.
No, that's good, Mary. Thank you very much. So, can it be used to fill in forms?
Yes. Now that we've got Claro PDF available on Windows, yes, you open the form in Claro PDF, and then you can click on the capital T, and then you can type into it. It probably, I would say, because it's very new on Windows, it's easier to fill in the form in Claro PDF on the iOS app rather than the computer. But it is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, because it's also you can fill in an exam paper.
Yeah,
well.
no, that's brilliant. So, so you had a number of people to say thank you, Mary. Amazing. Thank you very much, Mary. So, next person. Thank you. What do you see that the main differences are between Claro and TextHelp?
This is a question I asked a lot.
Shall I answer it? Shall I
yes,
answer
go on.
I will answer it because I'll be more independent. So I've used both products. Personally, I prefer Claro because it's for me it's easier. The bigger differences are on the number of features. So TextHelp has some really good features around study skills. It makes some picture dictionaries. It does a lot more around literacy. TextHelp does. Claro is predominantly that text-to-speech product. For me, I find Claro easy just because it's a little bit simpler. It's easy to for me, I've definitely found it when I've put it in schools and in organizations, they found it easier because it's just simpler. So TextHelp is good. It's a little bit complicated to install on larger computers. There's lots of different ways to get it, to download it. That's some of the difficulties I found with TextHelp. They both do very similar things, but do very different things in the sense of the way that they work. Like I said, I use Claro SE for things like this. They're my biggest differences. Do you want to add any more, Mary?
No, I sort of see it as a bit like Pepsi and Coke. It's like both great, but it's different, and it's personal preference which you prefer.
So, so basically, this person says here. So, I love ClaroRead. I've used TextHelp in my previous role, but I now work on a Google-based web platform, and Claro works great for this. So that is really good. So this one, great to have an overview of this feature. How do we purchase the bundle that has there is lots of different levels of licenses. So
basically, if you get a single license, you get the apps for free, you get the Chrome extension for free, you get everything basically. But then there are options of buying a perpetual license for your workplace or whatever it is, wherever you work. And that's, if you have a perpetual license, it is just for ClaroRead. You don't get the Chrome extension and the apps. But if you have an annual license, you get everything. It's like all in for Mac and for Windows and Chrome and everything.
And is it still right that you, when you have your Claro cloud account, you get all the Claro labs as well?
Yes, that's right. Yes, and Claro Labs has got everything that we've ever developed from the past. Maybe we don't develop it anymore, but you can still download it from.
Yeah, there's lots of little tools that you may find that are very useful. Some of them that I've played with in the past. In my experience, text help is mainly one suggested from people with dyslexia. There is a reason why Claro isn't automated. Is there a reason why Claro isn't automated? What do you mean by that? That person is ready. Person beginning with K. I don't understand the question to ask the question. We know. Do you? I'm gonna kind of try and decode that. Do you mean by reading out automatically, or that's what I need to know. If you want to, the person beginning with K, if you want to just expand on your question, that'd be really appreciated. Is there a way that we can try before we buy?
Yes. If you go to the website and you go on products, find what it is you're interested in, you have a 15-day trial, free trial. And during lockdown, you can, if you contact us, we will send you a license key so you can use it until the end of July.
So that's very good, that is. So just wait to see if there's any more questions coming into the question box.
Okay.
I am. Got a little time left. So if you are writing a question, just put your hand up for me, please. And I'm just going to put everyone's hand down. So if you're writing a question, just put your hand up, just so I know then I know that someone's writing a question. So at the moment, there's no more questions in the question box. As again, you can email Mary directly on the screen as you've got her details there. And of course, you've got all the information on the screen there. I would definitely say check out some of the stuff. I think one of my favorite apps is Claro Scan Pen. I do recommend that for iOS. I think it's that's probably one of my favorite apps that I've used in the past, especially when I've been in museums. That's my thinking. So as there's no more questions coming into the question box, I'm going to say thank you very much, Mary. What an amazing presentation, a real whistle-stop tour there of Claro software. I do hope everyone enjoyed that, and I hope that everyone is going to come back at 1 o'clock. If you come back for 1 o'clock, we have an amazing presentation by Michael Vanesh from Microsoft, our final keynote of the 2 days. Well worth waiting for. Recommend listening to Michael at 1 p.m. Today. Thank you, Mary, for an amazing presentation. I'm going to end the session now, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future, and hopefully seeing you soon. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you all at 1 o'clock. Take care, everyone. Yes. Thank you, Mary.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.